Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the crypto market, a world of dizzying highs and gut-wrenching lows, to make sense of the big picture behind all the headlines.
So, what's the deal with crypto right now? It feels like we're getting two completely different stories. On one hand, you have all this incredible momentum pointing towards a huge boom. But on the other, you've got historical trends and market charts that are flashing some serious warning signs. So what's really going on?
All right. First up, let's look at the bull case. There's a lot of excitement building, and it points to some potentially explosive growth.
This quote really gets to the heart of it. A lot of the big believers think the main hurdle for crypto has always been in our heads, not in the tech. The idea is that skepticism has always been there, and the future potential for this stuff could just absolutely dwarf where we are today.
And look, we're not just talking about Bitcoin here. The market for all the other cryptos, the altcoins, has just exploded. We're talking $1.65 trillion. That massive amount of money is exactly why you keep hearing talk about a potential altcoin season.
So what you're seeing is a bunch of things happening all at once that could push prices way up. You've got these big decisions on new investment products like ETFs just around the corner. You're seeing money actually moving out of Bitcoin and into a stronger Ethereum. And this is all happening while the policy environment might be getting a whole lot friendlier.
And speaking of those ETFs, you really can't overstate how big a deal this is. Analysts over at Bloomberg are putting the odds of new altcoin ETFs getting approved this October at a staggering 90%. If that happens, it could open the floodgates to a ton of new money.
Okay, but that's only half the story. Let's flip the coin and look at why so many people are hitting the brakes. Because for every reason to be optimistic, there's a serious wall of worry building on the other side.
A huge reason for that worry is something called the September effect. This isn't just a crypto thing either. It's this weird historical trend where markets just do poorly in September. And for whatever reason, it seems to hit Bitcoin particularly hard.
And the numbers don't lie. Just look at this. The data shows that in 8 of the last 10 years, Bitcoin has been down in September. Now, history isn't always a perfect guide, but wow, that is a tough trend to bet against.
It's gotten so predictable that some people think it's become a psychological game. The market just expects a bad September, so people sell. And, well, you get a bad September. It's a classic self-fulfilling prophecy playing out in real time.
And then there's the Fed. The market is basically betting the farm on an interest rate cut, which would be awesome for crypto. But what if they don't? The Fed is known for being unpredictable, and if they hold rates, it could really spook a market that's already priced in all that good news. Even the charts are looking a little shaky. Bitcoin's been trending down, and it's hitting a ceiling it just can't seem to break. And, when you see everyone on social media screaming, "buy the dip," history tells us that's often a sign that we're probably not at the bottom just yet. So we've got these two powerful forces pulling the market in totally opposite directions. It's a real crossroads. Where do we go from here, and what should you actually be watching?
Think of these 4 things as your dashboard. First, Bitcoin's market share. Is it still falling? Second, that key price for Bitcoin. Can it finally break through? Third, the big one. What happens with those altcoin ETFs? And finally, what does the Fed do with interest rates? These are the clues that'll tell us who's winning this tug of war.
So in a market that's sending such mixed signals, what's the biggest risk? Maybe it's not knowing who to listen to. The truth is, the market is telling 2 completely different stories right now. And understanding both sides of that argument, that's your best bet for being ready for whatever happens next.